All right, so it appears that there may be a match made in heaven for Shedeur Sanders, and that lies with head coaching candidate that was just fired by the Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniel. He has a very quarterback-friendly offense. He comes from the Kyle Shanahan tree. Shedeur would love to work with Mike McDaniel. He would benefit greatly from it. Mike McDaniel would force Andrew Berry to get a ton of speed around Shedeur Sanders. And Mike McDaniel has been in Cleveland on staff before and will have real interest, but not as a coordinator, only as a head coach. There's mutual interest there. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into things. Let's start right here on 92.3 The Fan before we get into some of this other stuff. But Mike McDaniel will be willing to come to Cleveland potentially. Now, he's going to have options. Hey, brother got options. You know what I'm saying? Brother got options. I'm just letting that be known. But he's not coming to Cleveland to be nobody's offensive coordinator. He's not coming to be your offensive coordinator. He's going to have to be the head coach.
Whereas if you took a McDaniel,
we're not on Facebook.
Mike McDaniel,
Facebook will like this. They like McCarthy.
But McDaniel, you would have a lot of people go, well, this JP knows football.
Well, so that's why McDaniel's my number two. Let's not get too crazy here. McDaniel's my number two.
Okay.
And then Salah's my number three. But as of right now, McDaniel's my number two. And does it mean that I think it's going to...
Where does Dan Pitcher fall in this? What about Aden Dirty?
Actually, well, that profile with Pitcher did go a long way with my stuff, did it not? He's in the second tier.
I think it went the wrong way, I thought.
He's in the... It went a long way. I didn't say which way. It says that it went a long way. I like the idea of McDaniel and the fact that he can really just boast about taking Tua to the playoffs. I think McDaniel, if he took a year off and just kind of hung out for a little bit, I think he would age very well in the next coaching cycle, because I think Tua's going to end up being a career backup quarterback, and that'll be very, very easily exposed in the next upcoming year or two. And the idea that you got him to the playoffs is going to be looked at in a very, very kind way to McDaniel.
I think there's a lot of Browns fans that immediately when this happened said, hey, Jim Schwartz, the head coach, Mike McDaniel, your OC, let's ride. And
no chance Mike McDaniel comes to Cleveland as the offensive coordinator. You got to give him the head coaching job.
I understand why, as a Browns fan, you would think that way. You will not be his first choice as an OC. You won't.
No.
There will be plenty of teams. He might be able to work with Jaden Daniels in Washington.
If I'm Mike McDaniel and I got to take a job as the offensive coordinator, look, the Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator might get fired. I'm interested. Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders just fired their offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury. If I'm not getting a head coaching job, I'm going to coach Josh Allen or Jaden Daniels. What are you talking about? I'm going to Jaden Daniels, or I'm trying to go get the OC job with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. I'm not going to Cleveland to be the offensive coordinator. I'm going to be the head man in charge if I'm coming to Cleveland, if I'm Mike McDaniel, and he would be a beautiful fit next to Shedeur Sanders. I'm telling you, he made Tua look good, and Shedeur actually has real talent. Come on now.
Remember, there's a connection there from when Shanahan was on the staff in Atlanta with Dan Quinn. You're not going to be the first choice. You might not even be top three choices to be the OC. You also might be the only team willing today to hire him as a head coach definitively and rush to do it. I don't know that they should. I'm just saying, I think the only scenario where Mike McDaniel lands in Cleveland is as the head coach.
Yes.
And here's the thing. If I can keep the defensive coordinator that I know knows how to identify and develop talent, whether you think Mike McDaniel's a good head coach or not, and he doesn't, like the biggest concern with him, for me, would be the same thing that Kevin, the leadership thing and keeping a locker room together. Mm-hmm. Now, their floors are different. Mike McDaniel's floor was 7-10. Kevin's was 3-14. But Mike's a better offensive mind than Kevin was. He is.
I agree with that.
Like, and specifically look to his use of motion, look to his use of basically combining concepts or combining, it's a very Shanahan kind of thing, but combining different looks out of the same set. And there's a reason, like he's really, as an offensive mind, people think he knows how to scheme up football, and they think he knows how to develop talent as well.
Now, do I think this instance...
Yeah. He's legit as an offensive mind. I would love for the Cleveland Browns to hire Mike McDaniel, especially for Shedeur Sanders, man. I would absolutely love it. Let's see what they had to say on NFL Live, because they let it be known Mike McDaniel was have interest in coming to Cleveland, unlike Harbaugh. Harbaugh's not coming. Y'all can forget about that. Forget about it. He's not coming. Mike McDaniel is a realistic option, but you have to give him an offer as a head coach, not as a coordinator.
Around the league, whether they're head coach ones, offensive coordinator ones. Yeah. What are you hearing?
Well, I was texting with Mike McDaniel a little bit ago, and I can tell you that he definitely came out of this shocked and I would say saddened, but quickly kind of turned the page to where he's pretty fired up about whatever's coming next. Said that he feels like he got a shot of steroids to his football mind. Very Mike McDaniel thing to say. Sure in the sense that he just feels ready. He said it's on. And I think that the question then becomes, are we looking at potential head coaching vacancies? Cleveland Browns reportedly interested in potential.
All right.
Be a lot of teams that are looking at him as a potential head coaching vacancies. Cleveland Browns reportedly interested in potential bringing him in.
So the Cleveland Browns have already reached out and contacted Mike McDaniels about getting an interview for the head coaching job, and that's a step in the right direction. You didn't want to get off to a bad foot calling him about some damn coordinator job. He probably would have banged the line in your face. This is the move that needs to happen for the Cleveland Browns.
But then obviously there's going to be a lot of teams that are looking at him as a potential offensive coordinator. Now, I don't know that McDaniel would agree with this or not, but I personally would love to see him as an offensive coordinator. I think that the idea of him chilling out and not chilling out, I get that offensive coordinator comes with a lot of stress, but going and taking another job, don't jump right into something and forcing a head coaching job. Maybe something like, to me, the Tampa Bay Bucks, where you can go to a...
Nah, they're too slow. He likes speed.
Godwin, Mike Evans, of McDaniel.
Sure, it does sound appealing, and Mike will certainly be appealing to teams that are looking for some mind steroids for their offense, because it seems like he's riding that high. Thanks, Jeff. We appreciate it, McDaniel. All but one, he was out, having been fired in Miami.
All right, man. So everybody, there's so many people that have gotten fired, but I believe that Mike McDaniel is the man for the job in Cleveland. I think that he would bring Jim. I honestly believe Mike McDaniel would just bring Jim Schwartz back as the defensive coordinator. I truly, truly believe that he would just bring Jim Schwartz back as the defensive coordinator. And I think that's a great scenario for the Cleveland Browns. He brings back Jim Schwartz as the D coordinator. Now, will Jim Schwartz still want to do it after interviewing for the head coaching job and not getting it? That is left, that's unknown. But if Jim Schwartz is willing to come back as the D coordinator and you get Mike McDaniel as the head coach, that is also going to be the play caller, because the benefit of having the offensive mind as the play caller is you don't have to worry about him leaving as a coordinator and taking another head coaching job elsewhere. Mike McDaniel will be able to grow and develop Shedeur Sanders over time, and I think that will be a great, great situation. There seems to be mutual interest, so let's see if it gets done. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.